I want to begin by saying that Hillary and I are profoundly shocked and saddened by the tragedy today in Littleton, where two students opened fire on their classmates before apparently turning their guns on themselves.
Our nation is shocked and saddened by the news of the shootings at Virginia Tech today. The exact toll has not yet been confirmed, but it appears that more than 30 people were killed and many more were wounded.
We've endured too many of these tragedies in the past few years. And each time I learn the news, I react not as a president, but as anybody else would, as a parent. And that was especially true today.
Two students opened fire on their classmates before apparently turning their guns on themselves.
Schools should be places of safety and sanctuary and learning. When that sanctuary is violated, the impact is felt in every American classroom and every American community.
They had their entire lives ahead of them. Birthdays, graduations, weddings, kids of their own. Among the fallen were also teachers, men and women who devoted their lives to helping our children fulfill their dreams. So our hearts are broken today.
While a school shooting is something no student, teacher, or staff member wants to think about, it's important to be prepared should an actual lockdown occur at CPHS. With 248 mass shootings this year and counting, law enforcement around the country have collected information from real-life tragedies and passed down that information along to schools like ours as a way to prepare. This lockdown procedure video has been produced to inform all students, faculty, and staff of the procedures to be followed in the event of a school lockdown in an attempt to keep all those in our building safe. There are different types of areas throughout the building, and it's necessary to consider what your response should be when found in any of the following situations. Shared vocabulary and procedures make a real-life emergency much less chaotic and will help ensure unity among all those involved, including first responders. Here's some vocabulary you should be aware of regarding lockdowns.
There are two types of lockdowns: external lockdown and internal lockdown. An external lockdown is where there is a situation outside of the school and the surrounding community that could be a threat to our campus and/or building. Once an external lockdown is initiated, an announcement will be broadcast campus-wide and all entrance doors will be locked.
Attention! CPHS is now on an external lockdown. All students and staff should remain in our building. We will resume normal activities, but no one should leave CPHS. Please listen for additional information.
An internal lockdown is where there is a violent or dangerous situation inside our building that poses an immediate and potentially deadly threat to individuals in our building. Again, once an internal lockdown is initiated, an announcement will be made campus-wide.
Attention! CPHS is now on an internal lockdown. All students should remain in their rooms until further notice. Please follow all lockdown procedures and listen to additional information.
When a lockdown occurs, it's important we all follow the same procedure. In most cases, it will be important to follow the run, hide, defend model, in which we move quickly or run to a safe location, hide in that location, and defend ourselves and our peers should we encounter a dangerous intruder. Here are the specific procedures to follow when a lockdown is initiated in given situations.
Exporter of soybeans in the world, Brazil.
Attention! CPHS is now on an internal lockdown.
During an internal lockdown, it's important to remain quiet and calm. If you are in a classroom, the teacher should make sure the door is closed, locked, and that the room lights are off. Students should move quickly to an area away from the doors and windows while taking their items from their desks with them. At the same time, a group of students should work with the teacher to barricade the door using whatever furniture and objects are in the room. Students should move to the floor while hiding. The teacher will remind you to stay low to the ground, hide, and remain calm and quiet. If an intruder can't see or hear people and the door is locked, they will most likely move away from that site. However, if for some reason an intruder gains access to the classroom, the teacher and student should defend themselves with any means necessary, even by throwing objects like trash cans and netbooks at the intruder. You may not always be in a classroom during a lockdown. In the event that you are in the cafeteria during a lockdown, pay close attention to the announcement being made. Often, the announcement may inform you of where the threat is located, and you can make a decision to move away from the threat. The same is true if you find yourself in the field house or gym during a lockdown announcement. While in these areas during an internal lockdown, look quickly for exterior doors and evacuate the area and building as quickly as possible. When entering and exiting the building before and after school, be vigilant. There are roughly 3,000 people moving in and out of the building during these times. If you see something that doesn't seem right or a person who seems suspicious, tell someone. In the event an internal lockdown is announced prior to or when entering the building, evacuate the building and school site immediately. If you hear an internal lockdown announcement while entering the parking lot or after parking, once again, get back in your vehicle and evacuate the building and school site immediately.
Attention! CPHS is now on an internal lockdown. All should remain in their rooms until further notice. Please follow all lockdown
At no times during the actual school day should persons be allowed to enter the building through any doorway other than the visitor's entrance at the front of the school. If a person knocks on an exterior door or motions for you to open a door for them, don't do it. Stay away from the door and motion for them to go to the front visitor's entrance. Then, notify a teacher or main office when someone tries to gain access through any door other than the visitor's entrance. Similarly, at no point throughout the school day should anyone prop doors open. If a lockdown is announced during a passing period or while you are out of your classroom, run to any safe area as quickly as possible and hide. You do not have to return to your actual classroom. Find the nearest open classroom or safe place and enter. If the door is locked and no one opens it for you, quickly move on to the next room. If you are in a bathroom during a lockdown, these same procedures apply. Leave the bathroom immediately and attempt to gain access to the nearest available safe place. If doors are locked, keep moving and trying doors until you find an unlocked door.
Few of us want to consider these events as something that might occur in our building or our community. However, research shows that a prepared school is a safer school. The more we consider what our roles might be in these situations should they occur, the more prepared we'll be in the event of a lockdown. Remember, run, hide, defend. While it's difficult to consider every situation that might occur during a lockdown, following these directives and procedures will help us all be prepared should a lockdown occur in our school building.